I thought tonight I would just do a straight up cooking video. Leave the comedy aside. Tonight, we're going to make steak carbonara. You might want to stick around for this one. All right, here's what you're going to need. Now, normally this recipe calls for pancetta. However, bacon is an amazing substitute for this, and I'll do the same thing. I had some leftover from the other night that I had froze, so we'll slice that up. Coming up next, Parmesan Reggiano, a little bit of spaghetti, eggs, garlic, some kosher salt, and some fresh cracked pepper. For the steak portion of this dish, I chose a nice piece of tenderloin. We're going to pan sear this up a little bit later. This recipe calls for 2 egg yolks and 2 whole eggs. We'll set that aside for now. Next, we're going to shred up about 3.5 ounces of Parmesan Reggiano cheese. Here's your cheese all done up. Now, if you wanted to, you could substitute Parmesan cheese for this recipe, and you get the same effect. Now let's slice up 6 ounces of this bacon. And there you have it. Now, let's get our water ready for our pasta. I've already seasoned both sides of this tenderloin with liberal amounts of salt and pepper. Now to get your sear going, get a cast iron pan, turn that sucker on high. We're going to put some avocado oil in it once the pan starts to smoke. Now we're going to get a nice sear on this filet. Look at that sear on there. Flip it over. Do it again. Now turn your heat down. We're going to add in a little bit of butter and some fresh thyme and baste this steak to our desired doneness. Now we're going to let that rest. Next, you want to get your pasta water going and add a tablespoon of salt to salt your water. Next, let's get our pan on for our bacon. Just go medium heat. Now in a large bowl, you're going to want to whisk all your eggs together. Now add a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And then we're going to add in our Parmesan Reggiano cheese and mix that all together. It's going to look something like that. This will be our sauce. You'll see in a minute. Once your pan's hot, add in your bacon. Why not pair a little bit of wine with this meal? Seeing how there's beef in there, we're going to use a nice Syrah. Beef goes well with any dark red wines, Merlots, Syrahs, and sometimes Pinots. You want to crisp up that bacon, but not burnt. Measure out 14 ounces of pasta and toss it in your water. Cook as you would normally. This is what you're looking for on your bacon. Nice and crispy, not overdone. Now add in your garlic. Cook that till it's fragrant. Now technically garlic isn't traditional in most carbonaras, but it does add a nice flavor to it. You want to save a 1/2 cup of that pasta water. Now you want to toss that pasta right in your bacon pan. Get that coated with all that grease. Okay, this step's hard to show, I'm shooting it all by myself. But what you want to do is take that bacon greased infused pasta, dump it into your egg mixture with that 1/2 cup of pasta water, and mix this vigorously. You can notice after a little bit, the pasta sauce becomes nice and creamy. This is what you're looking for. Now we're ready to plate. Now we just arrange our steak on top after slicing that thin. Then add a little bit more shredded Parmesan cheese or Parmesan Reggiano, whatever you have. That looks and smells amazing. Let's give it a try. Oh my God. That is amazing. Let me get this light out of the way. Let's take a little bit of that steak in there and just kind of mix that in that sauce real quick too. Nice smoky flavor with the bacon. Steak seared perfectly. Sauce very creamy. And the funny thing is you don't even use cream. It's eggs, cheese, a little bit of water. Guys, this one's really good. Even a little bit of that red wine mixed with it, just after taking a bite. Such a amazing flavor combination. It really kind of sets off the dish itself. Try it, guys. Try pairing different foods with different wines, even like cheese. It makes such a big difference. You get such subtle tastes and flavors out of the cheese with the wine itself. Same thing goes with food. Experiment with it. It's worthwhile. Trust me. Well, there you have it, everybody. Steak Carbonara. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please leave some comments. Likes, dislikes. What would you like to see? Anything we can do better? Hit the like button. If you did. If you don't, well, that's okay too. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Try this one out. At some point in time, I'm going to try to add the recipes to these videos to kind of help you guys out to actually make this stuff at home. Until then, stay hungry, everybody. And who's going to help me with these dishes?